Hello and welcome everybody, Brian here, and welcome back to Little Green Girl. Reason I'm playing this still is because I just want to finish it. I think it's just a cute little game, and I think it deserves some love. And we are currently with Kristina. Stasia went ahead and set us up with a little date with our lovely lady. So, let's continue. Bump this up a bit. There we go. Fantastic! Alright. Thank you! Mira usually helps me with these things, but she has a project of some sort to work on. She can't be everywhere. Kristina sigh. Doesn't look great, let's be honest. Do you take these photos from people's profiles on socials, like by screenshotting them? Shooting them? Yes! How can you tell? The quality is very low. Is this newspaper big? Kristina stretches her arms to show the approximate size. It's going to look horrible. Don't you have the photos themselves? Kristina hesitated. Maybe, I don't know. I think we do have some photos of what we need. Let me just check here. She took a USB stick out of her bag and gave it to me. Oh my god. That sucked. There were plenty of photos, and they were great. 24 photos of Kristina herself and many others with teachers and students on them. I had to fight the urge to copy all photos with her on them just for myself. They were all great. We could have just used whichever instead of the currently mustached one. Only... Kristina freed her seat from me and stood right beside me, leaning towards her laptop. Her hand was on the back of the chair, and her hair gently touched my cheek. Oh god, he's getting himself a little bit of a mini boner right now, probably. I had no hopes we could stay face to face for a while, but there we were. That's another story. Let's now check here. Yeah, this is the first time we've actually seen Roma's face. He's not a bad looking guy, I gotta say. Not a bad looking dude indeed. Anyways. Can you make it bigger? I can't see it well. I scrolled through the photos. Almost all the places on them were familiar. There was our schoolyard, our practice ground, the town's park. One photo was different though. An abandoned building, a graffiti-covered walls, and smudged silhouettes against the walls. Were they kids' silhouettes? I wasn't sure. What's that doing here? This one belongs to Dima Yolkin. He was scanning some photos for this article, and it probably got here by mistake. He says to delete it to free space. We don't need it. Don't do it, Kristina! What if he needs that file again, and then if he remembers it was on your file, and then you delete it, and he's like, why? Oh, the pain, the misery, the depression of it all. Oh. Kristina tried to reach the button to delete the photo, and her chest was suddenly pressed to my shoulder. Oh man, big boner now, man. Major boner. Oh god. I don't see well. I felt my cheeks turning red. It was so pleasant. I opened the photos in full screen, but Kristina didn't step back. We continued searching for the best ones. Here's Mira and me together. She doesn't like being photographed. See? She turned away. And if we just crop it, my shoulder is going to look cut and all weird. I'm wearing glasses on this one. I guess it can be used, but let's check other photos. Man, this guy's so fucking lucky right now. It should be me! When I was his age. This one is fine, but the wind is blowing around in my face. My hair's a mess. Scroll some more. Nah, man, use it. This one? With a ruler? Nice one. Ah! No way! Delete it! What's wrong? I really like it. Boys can't get it. Fair enough. Okay, no worries. It's gone. See, I removed it. Gone. Bye. Good. This one is fine, where I'm with the class monitors. Ah, this one is also good, where the teachers are. Great! I finally closed the folder with folders, with a bit of regret, and looked at the newspaper's sorrowful draft. Anya did this, right? Yes, I didn't want to upset her. She really tried to do her best, but It's not good. This is actually manageable. Not that bad either. Text boxes are fine. We just need to remove these wicked frames. Kristina caught my hand. Man, Kristina, you're making all kinds of moves on this poor guy. Listen, he's already got a boner this big as it is. Pretty sooner or later, it's going to be hitting the table. It's going to be so big. No, please. Leave these weed heads. They're so pretty. So pretty. Her warm, cute little hands on mine. Oh, my God. Oh, help me, Lord. I felt such precious sensations pulsing from where she touched my hands with her. When I spoke, my voice was shaky. Right, sure. There they are. We'd had frames safe. Let me just make these even. That's right. Just this. Now we can add thumbnails of books, globes, and hands. And we need the school's insignia here to mark Mikhail Alexandrovich. He likes such things. There we go. Neat. Let's make it bigger, or he'll look at it and say something like, "Why is the insignia so small?" I think something bigger. Okay, I'll stop now. I tried to copy the headmaster's voice. Kristina smiled and shook her head. Stop making fun of the teacher, the principal! You're right. He does take things too seriously, but he put a lot of effort into the gymnasium. He basically created it from scratch. Too bad you missed the school assembly when they told us about its history and its creation. I don't care. Your hand was on my hand. Your boobs are so pressed on my back. Oh my God. Yeah, but I was able to meet my own personal guide. You remember? Oh, I do. I continued clicking on the draft, correcting tiny flaws here and there. My mind took me away half a year back in time to that day when I first came to the school and met Kristina, the love of my life, the apple of my eye, other things I don't want to mention. Oh, look, we get a flashback. I was probably the first student in the whole school. At least, there were no other students in the hall. Spent a couple minutes glancing left and right, but only noticed a man in gray overalls with a vacuum cleaner in his hands. That would be the janitor. Where to go? I got sick right before the beginning of the school year. Anya wanted to show me the building, but her first lesson was held in the greenhouse. Thus, she just told me that I could manage myself and left to deal with her botanical concerns. Thanks, sis. Appreciate you. Someone's steps approached me from behind, and I turned around. Oh, it's a stunning beauty! Stood right before me and looked at me. Hello, are you lost? She obviously waited for me to say something, but my traitor tongue refused to move. So I just stared at her in silence. Oh, pretty lady! In front of me, pretty lady! Sorry. She finally spoke to me herself. Good morning. Haven't seen you around here. I am the new guy. First day today. But the studies began 2 weeks ago. Ah, did you just transfer to the academy from another school? Kind of. Well, I'm from the class 10B. I was sick. That's why today is my first school day. What a coincidence! Please tell me, is your name Roman? Oh my God, she knows my name! Oh my God, this pretty girl here knows my name! Oh! Precious day! It is. How did you know? She stepped towards me and smiled. We were waiting for you. Oh! The pretty girl was waiting for me too! Oh! I'm so happy right now I could cry! I'm really trying not to peek the microphone right now if at all possible. What? You're Roman Belov, an elusive and never before seen student who was transferred to our gymnasium from the school before school number 40, right? Yes, everything's right. My name is Kristina. I'm your class monitor. Glad to meet you. We were worried. Missing student. That's one reason to worry. I guess you guys cared more than we would. If there's a missing student there, we probably just figured it was just a dropout and just not even bothered with them. It's nice to see that these people actually care. Victoria Sergeyevna, our class mistress, wanted me to pay you a visit. Thank you, Victoria Sergeyevna. You are the angel of whatever. Angel of love. I have my medical report for her. I didn't just skip or something. Yes, we know that. We were able to contact your father and he explained your situation. Well, he is sadly almost always unavailable. When Victoria Sergeyevna is here, could you give her... I felt a bit nervous and was prepared to give the girl an explanation about my deceased mother, who thus didn't have a phone number, but Kristina just said, your phone number? She wants my number! Ah! Okay, I know it's just for business sake, but pretty girl wants my number! Oh, this has never happened to me before. It's probably because we didn't have cell phones back in the day. Back in the day, if you wanted to talk to somebody, you just went to their house and dropped your bike out in the driveway. Does she know about my mom? Or did she just decide that it was more convenient to have my number? It didn't really matter, probably. Well, plus we also know Kristina didn't have his number, because if she did, we would have had to give it to her later. I smiled at her, relieved. Sure, it's my first time here, almost. I didn't quite expect that the building would be that big. Where's our classroom? Kristina immediately started speaking with the voice of an experienced tour guide. A bookish way of speaking, but I didn't mind. There was some kind of charm to it. Oh yes, the building's layout is quite unusual. Well, the senior classes have their classrooms on the top 2 floors. However, some specific classrooms, such as the chemistry laboratory, the physics laboratory, the domestic science classroom, all are located in the next building, and as of fire protection requirements. Domestic science? Fire protection? Yes, culinary arts are taught by the chief cook of Aristocrat, and he only acknowledges gas stoves. The school had to cooperate. I'd be like, alright buddy, goodbye. But I guess if he's a master chef, chief. I have to check this out. I'm pretty... Yeah, that's how you spell chef. Like, wait a minute. That's not chef, that's chief. Alright, anyways. The chief cook? I mean, do you have a riding arena at this point? That was obviously a joke out of nervousness, but Kristina only smiled and nodded. It is a pity, but no horses. The idea had to be abandoned due to high injury rate. People kept falling off the horses, you understand. And the horses kept stomping on them too, so we had to go ahead and just sell them to an actual stable that would take care of them. But we have a greenhouse, a swimming pool, and a whole sports complex. My father told me of how the gymnasium wasn't that simple, but only now I started to realize what was all that about. What was all that about? I'm impressed. I can't imagine what you're thinking about. Oh, do tell, pretty lady. Wants my number. What? You are thinking about how this place is a sanctuary for rich kids, am I right? Is it that obvious? It is. She knows me already, and we've only just met. That must happen a lot. This isn't anything special, I'm sorry. But you're mistaken. You'll see. The most important things that mattered during the enrollment process were students' academic results and their craving for knowledge. Their parents' social status was not. Moreover, half of the students are scholarship holders. It is motivational, and was implemented not so long ago by the administrative office of the academy. She stopped abruptly and smiled. Do I talk too much? Please pay no heed. The next weekend we have Doors Open Day for parents, and I just keep rehearsing my lines about the school. I forget myself sometimes. We call it student-teacher conference. I hated that. I hated that. I didn't want to go to student-teacher conference. I just was like, why? Why? Just go by yourself. I don't need to be here to go ahead and show you everything. Just go on your own. Just do what you have to do. I don't care. I don't want to go back to school again after I get home. I want to stay home. It's kind of like work. I mean, do you really? You know what? Going out after work and having fun is so much different than going back to whatever. Pretty lady talk too much. No, this is quite intriguing. I like it. But where do I go to get to my classroom? Please follow me. I will show you the way. I will show you the way. Kristina stopped right in front of an empty desk. Your first lesson is held in this very classroom. She smiled again and started searching for something in her bag. She got a document case, turned to me, and continued with her speech. We held an introductory tour for the students on the first day. There are many newcomers this year, especially in senior classes. The Academy searched all the other schools in town for gifted children to invite them. This is kind of X-Men vibe over here. Since you weren't around that day, there should be another tour for you. I will show you around. I get to spend time with Pretty Lady! Oh my god! This is the best day ever! How about today after classes? I'm afraid I won't be free until then. This gymnasium is a big one. You might even get lost if you try hard enough. I feel uncomfortable about distracting you. No! Distract pretty girl! No worries. This is my duty as a class monitor. Her duty? Doesn't sound too encouraging. Yes, it was unfortunate that I got sick right before the school year, but it wasn't that long, was it? I couldn't attend school while sick. That would be bad for everyone. But if you were there on the first day, pretty girl wouldn't have been. You would have had pretty girl all to yourself. You would have had to contend with other people. But now you got her all to yourself. Be grateful. Everything happens for a reason, and this is great for you. Later, I realized that all my classmates were able to get to know each other and had already chosen their buddies. So they weren't that interested. Well, that's it. They weren't cold-hearted or cruel, but the contrary. They were nice people. They just thought I was a druggie and decided to ignore me. They just lacked interest. And I was far from being the most outgoing person in school who could just draw up sympathies. Kristina smiled at me with her kind smile. Don't worry, Roma, I'll be your friend. It is a pity that you missed the presentation on the opening. They show the layout of this building. Give me your email. I'll send an interactive map to you. You'll be able to check it at home. By the way, it was made by our classmates. Amazing. Nobody wanted to communicate with me except for Kristina, our irreplaceable classmate. I guess her kindness and her concern were one reason I liked her. Kristina handed me a thin book and a wine red cover with a symbol of the school. Huge, to be honest. Very important. Take it. This contains the Academy's rules, floor plans, and teachers' contact. Keep it close, alright? You get teachers' contacts? What the hell kind of a school is this? Well, hold on a second here. I mean, I haven't been in school for like freaking 20 years now, so I guessing you have email information for the teacher, so alright, I guess that's the thing, I suppose. Got it. You'll be sitting here from now on, and you're also going to meet your table partner pretty soon. My table partner? Can we just God, why am I overanalyzing this? This is a different country's school. The way we do things and the way they do things are completely different. Why am I knocking this? She winked at me and smiled some more. Wow. Are you my seat buddy? My table buddy? That would be great. Then I'll have you all to myself for the whole year. Oh, baby. She's cute, by the way. I'm sure you'll be for. Oh, that's not her though. Shame. Well, maybe Kristina did this because it was her duty after all, and I was only a random student to her. She was so friendly, and I felt pleasing warmth beside her. I have to go to the teacher's room. Don't miss me. I'm already missing you, darling. Soon, they all are going to be here. I'll introduce you. This is a nice school. I really hope you'll like it. Love at first sight. My best memory. Oh my god. Like it? Uh-huh, what? Well, we'll like it, I say. It looks really nice. Sorry, Kristina, I was distracted by the past, man. Oh, you pretty little thing. Am I getting creepy? I'm probably getting creepy. I should stop. She smiled. Wait, there's a typing mistake. You should put A here. Right. There. Splendid. It's a wrap, right? Yes, it's genius. I owe you. Ask for whatever you want. Ask for anything I want. Let's go on a date. Let's go to the cinema. Yes, we got those tickets for the cinema. Roma, you better invite her. If you don't, I'm going to reach into that screen and I'm going to choke you to death. Too much. Oh, I'll think of something. There's my chance. No, if I try to invite her now, it will make me look I'm here to trade my... What the fuck am I reading? No. If I try to invite her now, it will look like I'm here to trade my help for the date. Ah! Why is it... Oh, you stupid children! Kristina even put her hand on my shoulder and acknowledged. My gratitude to you for what you have done is vast. Within reasonable bounds, of course. Save the draft to my USB stick, please, and I'll go to the printing office with it. You know, I go and I knocked him, but I couldn't have done that either. I didn't have the balls back then to ask a girl out. That's why I'm still single today. I'm going to stay in school till late, so when you're done thinking of something, come see me. You'll be able to check the newspaper, too, if you want to. If I want to? Of course I want to. It means I get to see the pretty lady again. Sure thing. She walked with me to the door and then locked the office when I left. Hey, there's Yana. And Kristina. Huh. Interesting. That's not Kristina. That is, she didn't show up to the class. I wish I had read that first. I feel terrible now. But there's Yana. Kristina didn't show up to our math class, but Victoria Sergeyevna didn't even bother. She organized a class specifically for students who had problems with math. And Kristina had none. Because she's perfect in every way, shape, and form. Oh, that's what they mean by desk buddy, table buddy. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. I was anxious to hear the school bell, but it felt like all clocks in the whole world slowed down thrice because I was so excited to go back to say hi to Kristina! Finally, marking the end of the class, the bell rang. I quickly put all my belongings into my bag and hurried back to the mayor's office. Yes! Spend more time with pretty girl we will! I felt the tickets that were still in my chest pocket. Just a little. I'm almost there. And then I will. As soon as I made the last step and was against the door, a screeching moan came from the inside. And then I heard bumping sounds. Come on. What are you doing? Come on. What are you doing? There was only Kristina inside. It seems like she's having issues. She stood right beside their big printing unit, leaning her knee against it, and pulling paper that was partly inside it. Her face was already red, which suggested she had been fighting with the printer for a while. Wow, but she still looks beautiful. Ah, Roma, I need your male strength. Help me, please. Huh, okay. I mean, okay, male strength, great. What if I just tear the paper? My male strength will mean nothing at that point. She sat at the very edge of the table and started fanning herself with documents. Oh, I'm so hot. What happened? Jammed. This thing is so annoying. I felt like she was going to cry. Why don't you just open it up? Wouldn't that be easier? This is my chance. I'm like a prince on a white horse who'll save the princess from a ghastly beast. Which just so happens to be a printer. Sad. I stepped toward the huge unit without hesitation, which was a bluff. I didn't feel confident at all. The printer hummed at me with its cooling fan and watched me with its red light that indicated an error. Zerzo. Okay. I pulled this stuck piece of paper, but without any results. Then I put my hand on the printer's case to keep balance while pulling harder with my other hand again to no avail. Somehow I'm not surprised. Look, I mean, there's like a little latch that looks like it would help open the door. Maybe that wouldn't help. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a printer genius, but I would think that maybe if you found a way to open the printer up, I mean, it looks like there's like a bigger handle up there to open the whole door, so you can get access to the internals of the machine. And I don't see a lock or anything like that, so maybe, just maybe, if you had done that, you could have gotten the paper out. Let's screw off the top. There might be a lever of some sort inside to free the paper. I think so. Big lever over there. No screwdriver necessary. Just lift up and boink, drop down. Oh, maybe we should. This thing's under warranty. Our supply manager has made it absolutely clear that we have to walk on eggshells around it. I tried to figure out the pros and cons of getting inside the printer, but in the end I just wanted to see Kristina's admiring glance. It was decided, I will help pretty girl open bad machine. We don't have to unscrew the top. I'll just have to open it by pressing this button. Roma, you are a genius, my friend. Yes, sir. Oh, nice. I pressed the said button and the top obediently moved to the side so I could see the inside of the printer. There were rubber trundles and stubs, cool gear wheels, and more. Lucky for me, it looks like everything was designed for office plankton. I have no idea what that is. But paper jam, yes. For a couple minutes, I gently investigated the insides of my fingers and finally found a switch that shifted the printer's rollers. I grabbed the papers and was now able to easily remove them from the printer. Kristina joyfully took them from me. Oh, Kristina, you could have figured that out yourself too. Thank you! I was asked to print rules on the back sides of the questionnaires. They probably stuck together. That's why the printer tried to push all of them through itself. She counted the questionnaires. Not all of them are here. What if we turn it on again? Any chances we'll get them back? Kristina timidly stared at the output tray where the stuck paper was. She turned on the printer, but it just hooted at her and showed the same error message again. They're still inside. They should be. I still have to call their repair service. They won't be here until tomorrow. What to do? We can open the top one more time. Sounds good? These papers. Check the crumpled paper and decide to clarify. Or these half papers. It should be somewhere there. Roma, please don't touch the seals or it's going to end with a scandal. I'm going to be very gentle with it. My head dove back inside the printer. Kristina stood beside me trying to keep track of my tinkering. I could feel her breath with my ear. I noticed a piece of paper somewhere between the rollers. I tried to reach with my fingers. I reached it and I almost hit Kristina with my elbow. No! Oh, you snake. The rubber rollers that looked so innocent was in practice surprisingly hot. I jerked back instinctively and almost hit Kristina with my elbow. A mere centimeter left between our faces. Ooh, that could be bad. Pretty girl would have been pretty ouched. She smiled and stepped back. What happened? Burned my finger. I turned it off for 10 minutes or so. I saw the pieces of paper. I'll try to remove them when it's less hot. Right. What kind of a class monitor am I if I allow a student to touch the inside of a turned-on gadget? It could have been zapped with electricity. Highly unlikely, but I appreciate the attention to detail. What do you usually do if such things happen? I have to apply first aid. Not that I'm unwilling to do that, but... Kristina looked at me, waiting for something to say. Yes, please. Say yes. What up? I on you! What's that? You finished the biology test quicker than anyone else. Don't tell me you can't remember what to do if you deal with an electric shock. What do people do with that? Apply ointment? Blow some air? Lick the burnt skin area? Of course not. That's stupid. What's she talking about? Biology in general isn't exactly all about first aid. What are you talking about? I don't get it. I took my phone to search for whatever that was, but Kristina stopped me by catching my hand. You'll check it later. Right. Okay. What was that safety measurements examination for? Do you want some tea while we wait? With pleasure. Kristina opened the cupboard's door and took out a cute round teapot with cups, with 3 cups. What? Okay, it's got 3 cups with it. Are you waiting for somebody? Not quite. Somebody's waiting for me. Is it Stasia? I'm not playing these games. I wanted to invite her to the cinema, and now there's a crowd of 3. Am I getting this right? Just ask her now, you dumbass! She smiled. Am I intruding then? Kristina blankly stared at me for 10 seconds, then laughed and shook her head. You misunderstand. Wait for 2 minutes, if you please. She turned on the electric kettle and waited for water to boil. Finally, the kettle had turned itself off, and Kristina was able to fill cups with hot, fragrant tea. Sit here. I'll be back in 2 minutes. She took 1 cup with her, put a couple of candies into her pocket, and left the office. Who's getting their room service? Probably Anya. Or Stasia. I can't follow her. Also, shouldn't. But even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to get lost in the crowd and follow her undetected. There's not many people left here. Only hobby clubs are still working. Kristina indeed got back in 2 minutes. I could have invited them here, or... I wanted to stay with you and play doctor. Pretty sure he's daydreaming now. No, she doesn't like being visible. She? The music that was produced by the school's loudspeaker stopped, and the pleasant, familiar voice was heard. The Second Academic Gymnasium's broadcasting wants to thank a certain student who decided to remain anonymous for her generous treat. This track is for her. It's from a movie, The Falling Star, that is yet to be released. Also, let us remind you about the tasting event of the Culinary Club that will be held tomorrow. Everyone interested is invited. The promised music track follows shortly. In a couple of seconds, Kristina's phone beeped. She took the phone and read the message, and then she smiled. Wait a second. You know her? I might know her. I might not. Drink tea, or it's going to become cold. Kristina moved up a bowl of candies towards me. What a surprise. The mysterious radio host who doesn't like being visible indeed remains unknown. Every student in the school likes to brag that they know her, but all students suggest different names. Her voice sounds young. She must be one of the students. Who is she exactly? I'm guessing it's her. I smiled at Kristina and took my cup. Lucky. I'm going to deal with the stubborn printing press, and then I'm going to get the tickets out of my pocket and ask her now! Suddenly, Yana's voice inside my ear interrupted my thought process. Yana! What the hell are you doing, girl? I was about to ask her out. Roma. Anya is heading towards Kristina's office. I will try to hold her back. Oh, that's right. She's got a thingy in her ear. What? Hallucination? No, it's too clear. Yana gave me that earring. Must be how it worked. She asked me to not answer in front of other people. Kristina raised her eyes at me. Did you say something? No. I, have a tickle in my throat. I drank some cold juice earlier. Be careful with drinking cold drinks so too fast. It's not a good idea to get sick right before the final exams. Yana's voice appeared in my ear again. Roma, I've been desperate. I've told Anya that Kristina and you are alone. She now is very excited and just sits here waiting for you. I can't make her go away. Kristina looks at me sympathetically, and I coughed to make the story about sore throat look believable. Roma, Stasia is here as well. She was returning from her gym training and stopped to talk to us. What am I to do? I gave her a okay. I'll try to make them go away, but they are determined to stay. I shouldn't have told Anya about you both. Now they just want to discuss the fact that you're alone. Oh my god. Their conversation is pretty interesting, though. I can use their imagination to... I have a cough! I think you really are getting sick. Be careful. Sure, it's almost summer. It's already hot outside, but the wind is strong and chilly. Let's just leave the printer alone. I will tell the rector about tomorrow. He'll call the service and these... No! She glanced at the questionnaires with both remorse and disgust. You just told me that. I'll think of something. Honestly, I'm fine. No need to worry. I think it should be cold enough. Let's just try it one more time. I mean, it would be great if you could make it work again. But can you do that? We'll have to find out next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're almost like... the drama of being a kid again. My god. I can almost remember this. I just wish I had the balls to go through with it. Just ask someone out back when I was in school. It's such a shame too. I wonder how life would have been if I had actually asked sooner than not at all. I guess the bottom line is if you see an opportunity, take it. Even if you're nervous, it probably means, well, even if you're nervous, just try. I mean, the worst that can happen is that they say no. But at least you tried. And you got closure for your question, and you can move on. Plenty of other fish in the sea. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now, everyone. Have a good one.